So a couple months back I made my first ever figure hunting video and it went down quite well, so I thought I'd give it another go. Today I'm on the look for even more figures as I've started collecting new lines. That's including the Marvel Legends series and the DC Multiverse, so I'm not just out on the hunt for Star Wars Black Series figures today, I'm looking for all sorts. It's gonna go right ahead and give you a bit of a spoiler. I didn't pick up loads, I did get a couple of items which I'll be showing off at the end of the video and giving a quick review on, so do stick around for that, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the clips that I got. Right, so the first shop that we went into on the hunt was Smith's Toy Store. It had a couple Black Series figures. It had a BB-8 and Rey, had an Admiral Akbar and a Luke and Yoda 2-pack, but for $42.99. I mean, that's quite pricey for this figure. It goes for about £30 brand new on most retail sites, but that was actually it. It had some Marvel Legends stuff, but it's just the usual stuff that we used to see in be shelf warmers at the minute. Next up was Game. Didn't find anything other than this sweet Lego set. Not a collector of Lego, but still thought it was pretty rad. Having a look around for graphic novels. This is actually HMV, who have a surprisingly really good graphic novel section. Lots of good stuff here. I actually picked up my first graphic novel from HMV not too long ago. They had all the graphic novels sectioned up really nice as well. Here's a Black Widow section and a X-Men section. The one graphic novel I actually really liked the look of was the X-Men vs Avengers, but I didn't end up picking it up. I might get it next time I swing back. Next up was the Disney Store, also RIP Disney Store. We got some of the same old Marvel Legends that we used to see in, and that was about it. A bit of Loki merch, and some of the more recent Marvel Legends series here. The next shop that I stopped into on a whim is called FOP. It seems to be kind of like a HMV style store. It had a bunch of graphic novels too. Some that HMV also had, but a couple that they didn't. Really interested in getting into the Watchmen series, which they had here, and the DC crossover, which I didn't know was a thing. So next up was the legendary Traveling Man. Some great Warhammer cutouts in the window and some awesome displays. This is a great place to get your tabletop board game and card games. I bought many card games from this shop, but today we're actually hunting for comic books and novels. The one in particular I'm looking for is the Marvel Zombies, so we'll see if we can find that today. But here's a look at all the cool board games they've got. Absolutely loads. Here's a look at the graphic novel / comic section. It's split up into two halves, and we did actually find one I was looking for. It's a what if Thanos win scenario, so yeah, this is definitely a pickup for me. Next up was Forbidden Planet. Here's a look at the Marvel Legends sale section. Got a 2-pack for Ragnarok as well down there, that's pretty cool. And here is a look at the regular Marvel Legends. Loads on display here, absolutely loads. None that really caught my fancy. Look at the Mystique and the Deadpool boxes are really cool. Bunch of fire starters, some really new figures, the ugly Gameverse figures. Yeah, who wants a figure to commemorate such a shitty game? Absolutely loads on display for Marvel Legends in this Forbidden Planet store, it's crazy. Pretty semi-tempted to get that white Magneto from the House of M, but decided against it. I did end up seeing this one figure that I really like the look of, a really unique Iron Man 2020 cog, but the box on it was absolutely ripped to shreds and it was £25, so you think they would have reduced it. Also this Captain V, such an interesting unique figure. Here's a look at some of the selects. Definitely going to get into collected selects at some point. Some really cool figures in here. So next up, heading over to the Black Series section. We did actually pick up a couple last time we were here, and they had pretty much more or less the same stuff. They had a couple of the new Legends figures in, which we'll get to in a minute, and also the Phantom Menace 50th anniversary wave. They had a couple of those in. But the MODOK figure that we recently unboxed on the channel for around £15 more. Here's some more Marvel Legends figures. There's some really cool ones in the downstairs section of Forbidden Planet, and a look at a couple of DC designer figures. Some ones that I've never actually seen. Got some DC Multiverse figures. A really cool 2-pack with Doomsday and Superman. And here is a look at the comic / graphic novels. They did have Marvel Zombies, but only volume 2. So next up, we are at the famous Star Wars stall, where I bought my Bibian Stormtrooper Han Solo last time. This is actually where I pick up my two figures from today's video, the Juggernaut and the Maestro Hulk. So here's a bit of footage from the outside that I didn't get last time. And yeah, that's your lot. Alright, so we made it back safely and soundly to the studio. We're just going to take a quick look at the things that we picked up in today's figure hunt. So I didn't mention in the intro that I was actually looking for some graphic novels and comics. I've actually recently got into collecting graphic novels. I did have a couple growing up, but I thought that, you know, I'd get back into it because I've really enjoyed reading recently. And this is the one I picked up from the Traveling Man store. This is Thanos. So essentially, I believe it is a alternate universe style where Thanos wins, so as opposed to the super popular Marvel movies, Endgame and Infinity War, where obviously Thanos doesn't win. So this seems to be an alternate take on that story. The thing that really sold me on this was just this back cover here, where we've got an old man Thanos with Hulk in a neck chain. I think that is just a really badass image there, and obviously we've got all of the dead superheroes on the front. So yeah, we'll open it up and take a quick look at some of the pages. Alright, time to get it all mucky with my fingerprints. Alright, so we now have the graphic novel unwrapped. We can see some of the superheroes that have fallen to waste to Thanos here. There's Miss Marvel in the background, got the Hulk, I think the hand of maybe Black Panther. We've got Thor's hammer and Captain America's shield and Spider-Man in the background. And we've got Thanos looking like he's about to go and take his seat on the throne. Flip it over, and again we've got that super badass illustration of old man Thanos with Hulk on a chain. This is actually a slipcover, so if I just pop this off, got some really cool artwork on the inside. So here is the book artwork without the slipcover on. Got Thanos, and I believe that's the Silver Surfer fighting a liege of Thanos's men. On the inside there's this really nice purple theme going on. So look at old man Thanos there. All the pages are brand new and fresh, or making that lovely stuck together noise. It's just a quick look at some of the illustrations on the inside. So we've got a baby Thanos there. I thought he was giving the middle finger for a second then. So yeah, there's a quick look at some of the illustrations on the inside of the comic book. Silver Surfer and Thanos's Infinity Gauntlet. A couple of illustrations on the insides as well. It's an old man Thanos with some wispy hair. It's weird to see him with hair. And another baby Thanos. So yeah, there was just a quick look at my Thanos graphic novel that I picked up today. I don't think this is something I'll be doing too often. Graphic novel reviews aren't my thing. You should go check out Gem Mint Collectibles if you want some cool graphic novels and omnibus reviews. He does some really good stuff on his channel. But I just thought I'd show it off because I picked it up in today's video, and yeah, really looking forward to reading it. Alright, so it's on to our two figures. I don't really know if you can call this an unboxing. It'd be more of a unbagging, as this is how I receive my figures once I purchase them. It's the same place where I got the Mavivian Han Solo from the first figure hunting vlog. And yeah, I saw these two and knew I had to get them, two of my favourite characters in Marvel. So yeah, let's not unbox them, let's unbag them and take a look at the figures. Alright, so we'll start with what we've got first. Alright, so the first of the two figures that we picked up from the little marketplace shop is this Maestro Hulk. This is the Marvel Legends Maestro Hulk that released in 2006. Quite a hard to come by figure, especially with the crown as well. This is just such an awesome looking figure. I mean, definitely looking beast with the crown and the beard. Old Man Hulk. Let's take a look at the face of this Hulk. So yes, some really decent detail, and I mean, this is 2006, so you know, Marvel Legends wasn't as big back then, and obviously the technology has improved. Yeah, looks really dope. It's got this big spiky crown. It's actually like a soft rubber rather than like a hard plastic like you'd expect something like this to be, which is nice. I do prefer that. I mean, you lose a bit of the detail with the spikes because it is, like I said, rubber spikes, but you know, if it were to fall off, you know, you've got less of a chance of them snapping off because they're not plastic. So there is the crown for the Maestro Hulk. And yeah, here is the Maestro Hulk without his crown on. He's got a bit of a back hair going on there, and I mean that there's hair on the back of his head, not on his back. Big roided up back there is full of spots and boils. That is a sign of steroid use, so hopefully this Hulk gained all of his muscles the right way and not artificially. He's got some hand joints here so he can hold stuff, maybe, possibly. He's also wearing some black armbands, but they are just painted onto his skin. He's got this really cool like war skirt on. It's a thin rubbery plastic. It's purple with some black wash in there to make it look weathered, and some black pants on. Got a bit of toe articulation as well. I always find that really odd in figures. He doesn't have a hole, so it's like this is going to be a job for the blue tack for display, and there is a bit of a rattle. Not sure where that's coming from, but yeah, this thing is absolutely beast. From afar, it looks very menacing. I mean, when you get up a bit up close, the paint job with the face looks a bit derpy. I think it's just the eyebrows, but yeah, this guy is an absolute tank and he looks amazing. So really happy to have gotten this figure. Yeah, not a figure you see too often for sale, especially in the second-hand groups, and on eBay rarely ever see this Maestro Hulk with crown, so really happy to have him to go with the Marvel Legends display I'm slowly building. I don't know how many people out there can relate with this, but my first ever introduction to any other Hulk was this really weird platformer side-scrolling beat-em-up Hulk game. I'll have to see if I can try and find the name of it or put up a picture or video of it now, but I remember unlocking all the different types of Hulks, and seeing an old man Maestro Hulk for the first time was so cool. Alright, so on to the final figure in the unbagging. We have Diamond Select Juggernaut. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not sure if it is Diamond Select or if it's just Marvel Select, because I have a Diamond Select Darth Maul, so I'm not sure if that's the same sort of brand that released this, but you know what I'm talking about. You saw them earlier on in the vlog. We saw some selects and I talked about possibly one day collecting them too, but I'm not really too interested in the selects. I just really wanted a Juggernaut, and this was the one that I happened to come across, and I really like the looks of this. I mean, it is just a massive lump of plastic, and also this thing just weighs an absolute ton. It's insane how much this weighs. I could never actually, I need to get some scales for if I ever get another super heavy figure so I can weigh him out for you. But it comes with some really interesting accessories. The guy I bought this off gave me some wrong accessories possibly. I'm gonna head back to town at some point, so I'll take these with me and I don't know, giving them back, because I'm pretty sure these aren't meant for this figure. I've had a look online and he doesn't come with a battle axe. Could be for Maestro Hulk maybe. And these hands that he's given me in here are interchangeable. But if we look on the select, no way to pop his hands off at all. Nothing, there's no give there. So not too sure why I've got those spare hands, but it's interesting. I mean, I'll take them. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe there is a way to pop these hands off, but from all the pictures I've seen in the select series, it's just Juggernaut. So yeah, big menacing Juggernaut. Let's take a quick look at the face. There we go, very mean looking. Got his blue eyes behind the big Juggernaut mask, and yeah, this guy is absolutely stacked, completely ripped. It's got like a 20 pack going on. Obviously this figure is super duper stiff because it's just massive lumps of plastic connecting to massive lumps of plastic. There is joints in there, but as you can see, they're really, really stiff. This thing's clearly not been used in a long time. Got some leg articulation and knee and ankle. His ankle's a bit loose actually, but yeah, also no pegs, so looks like it's another job for blue tack. But yeah, this guy is absolutely massive. I mean, let's just get a quick comparison next to Maestro Hulk. So here's our Maestro Hulk next to our Juggernaut. I mean, Hulk's nearly the same height as him. He comes up to about his shoulder. There we go. But obviously, Juggernaut just definitely outdoes him in muscle mass and sheer volume. So now we're done marveling at the figure, let's just take a quick second to appreciate the paintwork on here and just the detailing in general. I mean, it is such a bulky, massive figure. I mean, at what point does it stop being a figure and just become a statue? I think the fact that there's no wrist articulation is pretty bonkers. I mean, it is literally just like welded right onto there. And the paint and muscles just look absolutely incredible. I mean, it's really well textured and defined. It definitely looks like the muscles are real. It's got crazy veinage going on there on his pectoral muscles, so it really does look like he's absolutely just stacked. So yeah, really impressed with this Juggernaut. I mean, it is part of the Diamond Selects whatever series, so it is a bit different to my other collection, but hey, he's going to fit right in. I mean, he's supposed to be massive. It is Juggernaut. Let's just take a quick look at the accessories. I mean, even if these hands were for this Juggernaut, they're more defined. Like, he's actually got fingernails and it just looks a lot clearer. Also, this brass or whatever it's supposed to be is a lot more shiny and just, it's a very different texture and style to the one that's on his actual hand. So yeah, I'm almost certain I was given the wrong accessories here, but this hand is actually open, which leads me to believe that maybe this axe does belong in this hand. Yeah, there you go. Tell you what, that fits all right. Yeah, maybe this axe was meant for a Juggernaut, but just not this Juggernaut in particular. I'm just not sure. I'm just really not seeing any sort of way to take the hand from the wrist there. Right, so there is a look at all of our pickups from today's figure hunting video and slash comic book slash graphic novel hunting video. I hope you enjoyed this second episode. I don't know if this is a thing I'm going to continue to do. It's fun just to do every once in a while. Have a look for certain figures, have a look for certain lines, and maybe pick up one or two things for me. But I can't wait to read that Thanos comic and get my Juggernaut and Maestro Hulk set up. I did end up giving Maestro Hulk the axe with just a bit of blue tack, and I don't think it looks too bad. Hopefully it stays in his hand all right. But anyway, yeah, if you've enjoyed this figure hunting slash review of the things I got in the figure hunt, make sure you leave a like down below and hit subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.